To begin, remove the front wheel from the vehicle. Remove the bolt holding the end link to the shock body. Remove the two nuts and bolts holding the shock body to the hub of the vehicle. Under the hood, remove the three nuts holding the suspension's top mount to the shock tower. The OEM strut will now be free and can be removed from the vehicle. Using spring compressors, remove the top nut holding the suspension's top mount to the strut. Place the OEM upper bearing followed by the factory top mount onto the Raceland coilover and secure it with the supplied nut. Slide the coilover into position in the shock tower and reinstall the three nuts to secure the mount to the vehicle. Lift the hub onto the coilover lower mount and reinstall the two nuts and bolts to secure the coilover to the hub. Reattach the sway bar end link with the factory nut. You can now reinstall the front wheel as the installation for this corner is complete. To begin the rear, remove the wheel from the vehicle. Unbolt the lower shock mount by removing the single factory bolt. Remove the upper shock mount by removing the single bolt holding the shock to the body of the vehicle. The shock will now be free and can be removed from the vehicle. Pull down on the hub and remove the rear spring from its spring seats. Place the Raceland spring with the adjuster perch on top into position on the spring seats. Keep in mind, the lower rubber spring insulator will be used with the coilover, but the top will not. Slide the top shock mount into the upper shock mount and loosely install the factory bolt. Lift the hub and bolt the lower shock mount to the vehicle with the factory bolt. You can now tighten both the upper and lower shock bolts. You can now reinstall the rear wheel as the installation for this corner is complete.